Welcome back everyone, Mariah Monetize here. In today's video, we're going over more breaking news coming out of the FTX situation, bankruptcy, dumpster fire, shit show, whatever you want to call it. Also going to be going over what's happening over at BlockFi and then going over the price of Bitcoin. It has been a really strange few days with everything unfolding. Just when you think it's not going to get crazier, all of a sudden FTX gets hacked. And it sounds like an insider job to me. So another interesting thing coming out is that BlockFi has unfortunately halted withdrawals. Hopefully you're able to get your funds off there once other lending platforms started going down. But it's honestly insane to feel like this FTX situation is worse than the Celsius situation. At Celsius, things are looking like we might get something back from what we have on the platform. And FTX, it really is looking like there is little to no hope after the complete rug pull that we saw yesterday, which seems like an inside job of all funds just being completely hacked from FTX. It is absolutely insane. So let me just go over here what's kind of happening in the space. BlockFi has halted withdrawals. They've also shut down things when it comes to credit cards. So they're like, oh, don't worry, you can still make payments and you could still see your transactions. But I saw tweets about people trying to use their card and it kept on getting declined and they're like, what's happening? And then they realized, that BlockFi has pretty much shut down the credit card, which is kind of crazy because it's like Visa operations over at the BlockFi card, but for some reason, BlockFi has shut things down. Maybe Visa has forced them to do that. We still don't know a ton of information about that. So here's what we kind of have. So wrapped versions of BTC and Ethereum on the Solana blockchain have depegged. They're trading at a 40% discount. So this is just a few minutes ago, FTX owed $9 billion in liabilities while holding under $1 billion in assets prior to its bankruptcy filing. So people are trying to figure out where Sam Bankman-Fried is located. If he's still in the Bahamas, has he fled to Argentina? People believe that he was on a private flight to Argentina, but he has recently denied that. So here's just kind of quick summary. If you're not in the loop, I know a lot is happening. It's happening quickly. It's hard for me to make videos fast enough of all the new information coming out, but kind of just to give you a quick summary of what's happened overnight. And part of me just wants to believe that we have to just go through these crappy times for Bitcoin to come ahead at the end of the day. At the end of the day, this has obviously made me, as I've told you guys, I was definitely leaning in the Bitcoin maxi direction, kind of done with altcoins, like I've mentioned many times previously. But if this situation doesn't make you more of a Bitcoin maxi, then I don't know what will. So if you're wondering what happened overnight, 600 million has left FTX wallet. FTX Telegram said it was hacked, that the site and the app were infected. People are saying, do not go on the website, do not try to log in. If you have the app on your phone, delete it. FTX rescued 200 million. We know that wrapped Bitcoin has lost the peg. And so this is all just really seeming to be like an inside job. Kraken CTO says the FTX hacker has been identified. So the reason why Kraken is involved in this situation is because the funds were being moved from FTX over to the Kraken exchange. So supposedly the identity of the user, Kraken knows who they are. So Justin, the founder of FTX, SBF, has landed his private jet in Argentina. That was 8 hours ago, but just a few minutes ago, he has denied being in Argentina. The FTX hacker just funded his TRX wallet from Kraken, the same wallet that holds the stolen funds. This means Kraken should have enough information to track down this individuals together with the law. If it's Sam, this is basically him not caring. Elon Musk confirms Sam Bankman-Fried offered billions to finance the Twitter acquisition and says he set off his BS detector. Very interesting. California issues notice to suspend BlockFi's license. So interesting. This is some perspective. Interesting how both FTX and FTX US have been hacked, considering they're completely different entities. I never believed that they were separate entities with completely different security protocols. Hard to believe this isn't a coordinated inside job. Most FTX admins don't have access to FTX US and vice versa. So everyone was like not really fully understanding the connection between Alameda and FTX from a legal perspective, but the fact that they have together in, I believe, one document filed for bankruptcy, we know just how interconnected they really are. So kind of a summary collapse for FTX. So SBF sells equity at 50% discount to employees. FTX faces liquidity crunch. Binance offers a bailout. Binance backs out. FTX files for bankruptcy. FTX mysteriously hacked for $1 billion plus on Friday night. Is this the biggest fraud in history? I just like I said, I'm shocked every moment when I open up Twitter and see new information that's coming out. Just in, Tether blacklists 30 million USDT transferred by the alleged FTX hacker. So basically, what people believe is that FTX had a backdoor built into its accounting software by SBF, which he used to move billions without triggering alerts to other staff. This is a funny tweet. On the bright side, veganism has been set back for years. People always say, you know, when you eat a vegan diet, your brain typically starts deteriorating. So it's kind of feeling that way. Wow, it's just unbelievable. FTX largest backers, estimated amounts invested: Sequoia, 200 million. Temasek, 205 million. Paradigm, 215 million. Ontario Teachers Pension Plan, $80 million. So even teachers' pension plans had funds on FTX. Unbelievable. This is just absolutely insane. So it's really freaky to just look back at the videos or clips from SBF and just hear the things that he said, which is absolutely insane. So obviously, we had the press release yesterday of FTX filing for bankruptcy. So unbelievable. I'm sorry if you were someone that had funds on FTX. This is an unbelievably unfortunate situation. But do not forget that this does not change the fundamentals of Bitcoin. Will this set back the industry? Yeah, sure, for a period of time, but I would say that this industry is quite resilient. And people always think that it is retail investors that need to have the confidence back to bring the market up. But as we know, 70% of all Bitcoin trading is institutional investing and trading. So I don't know if that is technically as impactful as some people believe it to be. But I mean, it's a lot of people have been hurt in this. I don't really know exactly how this compares to Mt. Gox, but it has just been 1 month after another, and it might not be over yet. So I do not believe that the bottom is in, but I think we're getting pretty darn close, to be honest with you. And it's going to really, what traditional markets do is also going to play quite a bit of an impact. 7-day chart here, obviously in a bearish posture. Let's take a look here at the daily chart. For Bitcoin to make a higher high on the daily chart, it still has to get above about $21,500. And it's obviously quite far away from that. So let's see if anything on lower level time frames will give us some information. 12-hour chart also trending downwards, quite bearish. 4-hour chart not giving us any signs here. How about the hourly chart? What's happening over here on the hourly chart? Hourly chart is looking okay. We've made some higher highs in the past couple of hours here with a little bit of a pullback. So if Bitcoin can make a higher high and get above about 16,950 and slowly start building up, we might see a little bit of a bounce here on this Saturday morning. Let's take a look here at the 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart also showing a little bit of strength. So want to be keeping an eye on that if you're looking to get in a short-term position or some sort of a swing position. 15-minute chart here showing a little bit more weakness, I would say. Let's take a look here at the 10-minute. 10-minute showing weakness. So, 30-minute and 1 hour looking okay. But these pullbacks here on the lower level time frames that we're seeing could be an opportunity to get this pullback here if Bitcoin continues upwards. 5-minute chart not looking all that great. and a lot of choppiness here on the 1 minute chart. So if you haven't yet, I would definitely take a look at iTrust Capital if you are looking to be tax advantageous when it comes to investing in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So what's really cool about iTrust Capital, let's say you purchase Bitcoin now in a Roth IRA account and you withdraw when you're 59.5, you do not pay any taxes on the gains. And if you want to trade within your iTrust Capital account, it is a non-taxable event. The fee is just 1%. And so if you want to get started today and get $100 in free Bitcoin, I have a link down below for that. Also, purchasing a ledger to take your funds off exchanges, like I've been saying many, many times, is definitely the way to go. I highly encourage you to do that as soon as possible. So I have a link down below for Ledger Nano as well. So if you're someone that's been heavily affected by what's happening, I encourage you to just take some deep breaths. I know this is a really tough and hard situation. And maybe just get yourself outside, surround yourself with good people. We will bounce back from this. It might take some time. And I feel like this has knocked the wind out of me. And that's coming from someone who is in cash waiting on the sidelines to buy back in. And it's still hard to comprehend and hard to believe. Let's see here. 1 minute ago, most tracked flight in the world for some reason. So yeah, this flight here of people believing Sam Bankman-Fried is headed to Argentina, but time will tell. People want to know where this man is, and they want to track him down. 4 minutes ago, someone said that he's still in the Bahamas. Wow. Okay, more information coming in. I'm telling you, you guys, this is like a movie unfolding. I wish we could watch it live. I wish there was like a live broadcast of everything that's happening, because this is absolutely insane. So FTX headquarters have been taken over by the Royal Police of the Bahamas. Absolutely insane. There's some speculation about like a sex ring going on with the FTX employees. Like this, it's unbelievable how this company was literally, the infrastructure behind the scenes just sounds like a complete shit show of just chaos. And it's really unbelievable how Sam Bankman-Fried just put himself out there, and everyone just really ate up the fact that they thought he was like the greatest and best thing of all time. And that's why we cannot put people on pedestals like this, because this is what ends up happening. All right, so I guess that's all that I have for you today. I might come back later if there's some more interesting information that comes out, but that's pretty much most of it. If you have anything on any exchanges, any lending platforms, anything, I highly encourage you to withdraw as soon as possible. So that is all that I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.